Hello and welcome to Smith Street 86. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Jordan, and we've got a really exciting episode lined up for you this week.
But first up, let's look at what's being printed out this week at the 3D Printer Superstore. Our friends have let us test out their latest model, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. And as always, we'll be cutting back to it throughout the episode so you can play along at home as well and guess what it might be.
I'm going to guess eggplant today.
Eggplant? I'm going to go aubergine.
Interesting choice.
Pretty cool. Maybe something else. You never know.
We'll
find out. We'll find out. Our first story is on a barber shop located in Paran.
Interesting.
Yes.
Let's have a look.
I love shops.
It's the atmosphere, but well, that's what people tell me, so I just love the vibe in here. We have some music going all the time. We hand out some beers, some whiskies. You pick up a clipper at home and you start doing your friends, or like my dad and a few of his friends. And I was living when I finished school, I moved out into a house with a few of my friends. So it was like 5 or 6 guys living in a house. No one really had any money. We were just kind of, doing part-time jobs and stuff like this. A few guys were in college. It's just a comfortable place for guys to come, They can just come in, talk shit and get a haircut, and that's about it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. There's no appointments. You come in, you stick your name on the board, grab a beer. We can usually tell you how long it's going to be. And yeah, you can choose to wait or go for a walk. It's all the classic haircuts, all the like the slick backs and the pompadours and the side parts, and yeah, it's been pretty much them for the last while. You've probably seen them on the streets, and most guys are getting these like long on top with really short fade at the sides. But now coming into summer, guys are starting to go a bit shorter. But it's always changing, it's different variations of different haircuts, So yeah, it's always changing. Yeah, guys are always changing it up a little bit.
Oh, that was pretty cool. You need a haircut, Mitch.
Oh, I disagree. I think my hair looks great as it is.
I strongly agree with my sentiments. Well, now it's time for this week's Top 10. And this week we are looking at Top 10 Weirdest Lawsuits.
All right, here we go. A woman from Illinois, America, sued car manufacturer Mazda over not having instructions regarding the safe and proper use of seatbelts.
That sounds fine.
Number 9, a man in Florida sued his bank over loss of sleep due to a fee.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Number 8, a New York woman sued electronics retailer Radio Shack for misspelling her town on her phone bill.
Okay, come on.
Number 7, a man claiming to be God sued the magicians Blaine and Copperfield, demanding that they reveal their secrets to him as they were using godly powers to do their tricks, and as a result, stealing that power from him.
He's God. You have to do what he says.
Number
Continue.
6, a Californian police officer sued a taser manufacturer after accidentally killing a suspect when she confused her gun for a taser.
Oh, Continue.
Number 5, a woman failed to sue a Lowe's home improvement store in Illinois for allowing wild birds to fly around in the air after being attacked by one of the birds.
What?
Number 4, A Colorado woman sued her teenage neighbors after being scared of them when they delivered cookies to her doorstep out of goodwill. She claimed their actions caused her distress.
The youths.
Number 3, a West Virginian high school student tried to sue his school over a 10-day suspension. Number 2, a man tried to sue someone over having the same name as him.
Yeah, okay.
And number 1, a Pennsylvanian man sued a homeowner's insurance company after becoming trapped in a house he was robbing. He was stuck in the garage for 8 days and had to survive solely on dry dog food and Pepsi.
We were staying at the Ritz. Oh, woo! That's this week's top 10. Wow!
All right, let's go over to a quick life hack and then we'll be right back after an ad break. Hi, and welcome back to Smith Street 86. Now, before we get started on our next segment, let's have a quick look at the 3D printer.
The 3D printer. It looks like
A fishtail.
a fishtail, as in the braid, or
No, as in an actual tail of a fish.
oh, like old Tom. Maybe it's a fishtail. Could be a heel. It looks like a boot.
It looks golden though.
Could be a boot. I think it's a boot. Now let's head over to the chatback crew.
I wonder what they're asking the people of Melbourne this time.
Let's find out.
Are you enjoying this weather at the moment? I know it's one of those questions, eh? How about that weather? But what do you think about it? You liking it?
Well, it's Melbourne weather, so it's sporadic, so I always love it. You have to.
And they surprised us a little bit with a 35-degree day. Was a bit of a surprise, huh? You enjoy that, or not so much?
I was hungover, so I slept all day.
What do you think about the weather at the moment?
Lately, the last few weeks, it's been pretty good, I think. Yeah, personally, it's been pretty well.
And you're a summer person or a winter person?
Definitely summer. Definitely summer. Yeah.
It's the
Not a
Aussie
big
thing,
fan.
eh?
Yeah, not a fan of the winter.
What about this weather, Sam? You enjoying it?
Loving the summer. It's from last today. Today it's amazing. A bit of cool breeze. Yeah. Like one thing is, got my hat today as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome summer.
Crucial.
Up for it at the moment, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one.
And what's your favourite thing to do in the summer?
The beach.
The beach.
The beach. Yeah.
Very Aussie thing, isn't it?
Yep,
The beach,
yep.
the barbie. Have you started with the barbecues yet?
No, not yet. No, not at all.
I've got a few friends already bringing out barbecues, and I'm like, well,
It's barbecue season.
a bit
why
early.
not? Yeah.
A bit early, but
Well, the weather's been good for it, so yeah.
Winter person or summer person?
I love the summer for the sun and, sun's out, guns out, but winter's good to sleep in.
Love that. Sun's out, guns out. Explain these guns. Where are these guns come from? You want to show me these guns?
They're right here, but they're not really working right now.
Those are working on double time, sir. And what did you do for your weekend, bud?
I just went down the beach and ended up going out around here with a revolver and went out. It was alright.
Dirty trash bag. Ended up a revolver,
Yeah.
How about you, bud? What did you get up to?
Pretty much the same beach and then bars around in Central.
Okay.
Revolver's not my bag.
I hope none of my fucking folks from work watch Channel 31 because I called in a sickie today. So.
Yeah. So don't watch Channel 31, but watch it, but don't.
Asking all the challenging questions on the streets of Melbourne.
Some hard-hitting, weird people. I love it. Now, I love fashion. And something I've always wanted to do was sew my own dress.
Are you sure you'd be able to do that, Jordan?
I mean, I'm not sure at all. Well, this is where our next story comes in. The Thread Den is a sewing lounge right here in Collingwood that offers sewing lessons, craft classes, dressmaking projects, vintage, glamour workshops, and hands parties.
Wow.
It's crazy, I know. Let's have a look.
Thread Den is a sewing lounge So it's a place that you can come learn how to sew. You can come and use the lounge space during the day. So if you want to use the overlockers or just use the cutting tables or the machines, you can do that. We also do classes from beginners to more advanced, and we do knitting, crochet, and screen printing as well. I'm one of the teachers here at Thread Den, and I do a bit of administration work. Our main goal here at the Thread Den is to introduce and nurture the love of sewing. We have social sewing nights, so the last Friday of every month we have people come, and we have bubbles and some food, and so we sew together, and sometimes we do more chatting than sewing. I think it would be good to teach a friend, or share a passion like sewing or crocheting or knitting with another friend. And yeah, it's always good to make new friends here. I've made lots of new friends here. Hi, come on in, I'll show you around. This is our sewing lounge. This is where we do our main sewing classes. We have our lovely and sturdy Janome sewing machines. We've got our lovely cutting tables, which are perfect height for cutting out patterns. Over here we have our store. So we've got all kinds of independent pattern designers from around the world. This one's Canadian. And we've got all our little haberdashery bits and bobs. This is my favorite section over here. This is our vintage patterns. I love wearing vintage, and I only sew vintage patterns usually. So one of our teachers sewed this lovely Poochie outfit for a wedding. These two here are on my wish list, very large wish list of all my patterns I'd like to make. So everyone's welcome to come in and use our vintage patterns. We trace them off, and we've got stacks and stacks of them. This is one of our newest classes at the Thread Den. It's the kimono jacket, so it's one of our easier classes. We've got learning how to sew with lighter fabric. We've got some little pleat details, and we do a rolled hem, which is very exciting. We have our two skirts. We've got our A-line skirt, and we've got a pencil skirt, which are always great wardrobe staples as well. We've got our winter coat, which hopefully we won't be needing very much longer, but this one's a very popular class. Lovely coat here. I'd like a client to feel, once they're done a class here at the Thread Den, confident in their new skills that they've learned here. I'd like them to feel inspired and excited. Excited to show off their new item that they've made. So when people go, oh, that's lovely, so I made it. And also excited to start their new project.
And now we have Laura from Thread Den here with us. How are you, Laura?
Good, thanks.
Good, good, good. So tell us a little bit more about Thread Den and what kind of classes you guys offer.
So Thread Den's a sewing lounge, so we've got a range of classes from the beginning basic classes, so you can learn how to sew, how to thread up your machine, wind a bobbin, then do some inserting zips, making a sling bag. So that's kind of our beginning classes, and then we move on to all kinds of other different skills. So each class you learn a new skill, so a new type of zipper, a new type of seam, and then we build up on all your skills.
Oh, very cool. And you've brought in some of the pieces that you can learn to do in class with you today. Cool. Could you talk us through some of these?
Yeah. So first up we have the floral black one there is the simple shell top. So that's a really good simple basic top for your wardrobe. Sure. And then at the top there we have our pencil skirt. So that's got an invisible zipper in there. That's a little bit of a shorter version. We've made a fun little peplum and put a little bit of a rick-rack detail on there.
Yeah.
And then we've got one of our stretch classes. So we've got a stretch top. So it's got 3/4 length sleeve. You've got a nice little neckband. And then we've got our popular kimono class. So that's one of our newer patterns. And you learn how to do French seams, rolled hem, and working with that really light kind of chiffon fabric. Oh, and then at the bottom there we have one of our kids classes. So in school holidays we have classes for kids, so 9 years old and up. and that's one of the little dresses they make.
That's gorgeous. The children make that one?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
They're really talented.
Well, thank you for coming on down and having a chat with us and bringing in the beautiful pieces. If you want to learn how to sew or start from the beginning and end up making something cool like that little kimono, head on down to Thread Den. We'll be right back with more of the show after the break. Thanks, guys. Hi, and welcome back to Smith Street 86. Now, before we move on, let's have a look at our 3D printer. Bam!
It looks like an Oscar.
You reckon?
An Academy Award.
Could be you. Could be...
Very nice legs, though.
I reckon it's Hugh Jackman. Now we just have to cast a spell to make him come back to life and marry me, am I right?
If only a 3D printer could do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for our Tales from the Tram story for the week, so let's have a look.
One Saturday night, I was getting on a train, and on the next stop, a group of very drunk girls got on and sat with me. One of the girls started talking to me like she knew me, so I was being polite and entertained the drunk girl, but then she started taking selfies with me. I awkwardly smiled and laughed at the strange situation that was unfolding. The girls then went on to talk about the club they were at, and I was relieved all the attention had been shifted from my direction. The girl who had been taking selfies with me minutes before clearly had no interest in the other girl's conversation, so she started drifting off on my shoulder. I sat still, hoping one of her friends would notice and help me, but they just continued to talk about the night they had just had. My stop was coming up and this girl was still on me, snoring now in her drunken slumber. I didn't really know what to do, so I gently lifted her head and stood up, still supporting her weight. I looked around at her friends for help and got nothing, so I laid her on the seat, almost missing my stop. So I left with a drool stain, a picture of me on a stranger's phone, and a really weird story.
Well, those girls, what a disgrace. I've never been that wasted.
Yes, you have. If you have your own story for Tales of the Tram, please contact us on Facebook or Twitter.
And now we're heading back to a story about spring in Melbourne. Let's check it out. Spring.
My name's Matt. Just enjoying the sunshine today. Day off work. I manage a bar on Chapel Street. Don't really go to school, so just enjoying my day off really. Just relaxing. It's a lovely day today. Perfect. Not as warm as the other day, but can't really complain with the sunshine. Love the sun. Always out. When the sun's out, I like to get out, enjoy myself. Spring is probably the best time of the year, I reckon. Not too hot, so you're sweating, but just beautiful. Obviously all the plants come out in the spring. Just really, really good place to be. Obviously everyone's happier, wildlife's happier.
I'm Wesley and I'm a punter. I push this wooden boat around the lake. This is my business. We've got 3 punts altogether and we take guided tours around the lake for half an hour, showing people what to see, pointing out things on the road. At the moment we're seeing a lot of eels. It's springtime, so the eels have been hibernating for winter and they come out in the daytime in springtime. There's people there looking at them right now. And you do see turtles sunbathing. The deer tree you can see in the distance over there. We often find the turtles sunbathing out there on the lower branches of the deer tree.
Am I right?
Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
It puts a spring in your step and the sneeze in your face. Ha ha ha.
Let's see how far the 3D printer has come before the big reveal. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you?
I am ready.
Well, let's have a look.
Whoa. It's definitely Hugh Jackman. I think you're right.
I think it's a triangle.
Look at those legs.
It looks like one of those, this is my family stickers that people put on the back of their cars.
I hate those stickers.
Yeah, well, it looks like one of them. So do you hate the 3D printers? Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Look, it's an Oscar!
And the award goes to Jordan Barr.
Thank you. I just want to thank our friends over at 3D Superstore for this amazing gift. And of course, my mom, my agent, the director. I love you. Hugh Jackman, of course.
Sadly, I'm going to have to wrap you up there because
Right?
it's the end of the show.
Aw.
But if you want to keep up to date, please check out our Facebook and Twitter page. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.
Nothing to lose. I did my best, trying to win the game. I came before I got there. I got nobody to blame. Back in the car, I'll be soon on my way. Hang on tight, 100 clicks all the way. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You got nothing, 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 nothing to lose. It don't matter if you play by the rules, and it don't matter if you roll by the rules. Time is fleeting. I gotta get things done. I gotta do it right, or I'll be on the run. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You got nothing, 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 nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing, 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 nothing to lose. You got nothing, 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 nothing to lose.